Hey, good morning. Day 87 of the Turtle Files. We're going to ride about 30 feet from the high tide mark. We're looking for turtle tracks. We're doing two major surveys for the state of Florida, the State Nesting Beaches Survey and the Index Nesting Beaches Survey. We've been on the state survey for this is the 31st season that we've been giving data to FWC, the Florida Wildlife Commission, and it's been 24 years on the other survey called the Index Nesting Survey, which is from May 15th to August 31st. Florida is the largest nesting ground for sea turtles in this hemisphere, and 75% of the beaches in Florida are surveyed. For the Miami beaches boundaries, we start in the northern area of Miami-Dade County beaches at the end of Golden Beach. Golden Beach meets up with Hollandale, the Miami-Dade County Broward line. That's our northern boundary. We go south through Sunny Isles, Hallover Beach, where we are right now, and we go south through Bal Harbor. A lot of nesting in Bal Harbor, a lot of nesting here in Hallover Park Beach. We also do Surfside, and the biggest expanse of beaches is Miami Beach, running from 88th Street to Government Cut. Very popular historic nesting beaches for loggerheads, green sea turtles, and of course the mighty leatherback, which we occasionally get a few leatherback. So we're going to travel on. We're going to go north to the county line and then come back, and we're going to survey Hallover Beach, and our partner Selena Mills is doing Bal Harbor down to Government Cut, South Beach.
There's a turtle nest right there with my name on it.
Where?
Right there. See where it says 610?
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
She crawl underneath there.
Don't move the lifeguard stand unless they call me first.
That's great.
Because they're not allowed to do anything until that nest comes out. Believe it or not, the homeless people are a great big factor in this deal, and nobody even realizes it because they're the ones out here all night long, and they do take care of the turtle. They are very interested, and they do take care of the turtle.
Welcome to wildlife.
Wow.
Welcome to wildlife. There's that's a loggerhead sea turtle hatchling.
When did you pick this up?
I dug this up late last night, about 5 o'clock. We, as the sun kind of cooled down, we came and evaluated a sea turtle nest that had been emerging. Well, I'd rather you just get a really close up and let me explain what's going on here.
I won't hold it.
This sea turtle was at the bottom of a nest that had emerged for 3 nights. Okay. So as we let the nest naturally emerge for 3 evenings, the 4th day
we dug up any remaining ones.
Absolutely, we need to dig it up to do the nest evaluation, the nest success evaluation.
Wow.
So we determined how many eggs were there, how many turtles came out. This guy was on the bottom, so he probably would have succumbed to the nest if we didn't dig it up.
Didn't dig him up.
He was really, he or she, we can't tell he or she at this age. We know it's a loggerhead. Was very weak at the time, so I let him rest up, and he looks like he's ready to go. Right now the lights are not going to affect it because it's daytime, but the first instinct is a bright light. Now the next instinct that'll kick in, it'll hear the ocean, smell it. Once it gets in, it'll swim into the directions of the waves. At least it's in the right spot. There you go. There you go. He's swimming into the wave direction. What's happening now, instincts are kicking in, and it'll gravitate into the wave direction because the waves are coming from way out in the ocean. And the loggerhead hatchling or any sea turtle hatchling, once they get in, they're looking for the seaweed beds. They could be out the weed line. It could be out a mile, it could be out 3 miles. They're looking for the weed line. We know they go to the weed line, and they harbor into the weed line for several years. They start resting on top of it, eating parts of the seaweed. Once they get to be 5 or 6 or 8 years after, and they're so big, then they dwell off somewhere else to mature. We don't know where they go. It's called the lost years. But we do know if this hatchling turns out to be a female in the next 25 or 30 years, as it matures, it will come back to the region of South Florida.
Hi, Debbie. North end is a green sea turtle nest, but on the south end, so far, nothing. People will come up now.
My name is Allison Cotter, and I'm a realtor in Miami Beach, and I work with the turtle program. We come out here early in the morning and we try to spot the nest, and then we call Selena and let her know where they are, and then she comes down and we help her dig them up. Count the eggs. It's amazing. And then sometimes we even get to let them swim into the ocean. We had 78 eggs, we had 101 eggs, and then we had 133 eggs. So that was amazing. A couple years ago we left a lot of the nest, so we got to babysit them. We come back in the evening, we would put a little cage around them to make sure they don't go the wrong way when they come up. And the greatest part is all the people that come in to talk to you about it. And you're part of something really special. And it's right here in our own backyard.
The majority of nests are loggerheads. Again, we have 3 greens. So far, we've located 162 loggerhead nests. Last year at this time, I had about 90. So this is a boom year. Reasons for that: a female sea turtle will nest 2 and 3 years in a row, then take 2 or 3 years off. She has to let the necessary nutrients regain in her body in order to re-nest again. So the last couple of years have been very healthy nesting seasons here in Dade County and on Miami beaches, but have been kind of low numbers. Last year we ended up with 128 loggerheads. Now we're at 162. So this is telling us, and we have annual workshops with the state. We go through meetings with the state of Florida, the FWC, and I do believe in our last workshop they said, keep your eyes open, you're going to have a busy season, and they were right.
Have you ever seen her?
Yeah.
What will they eat?
They won't eat anything. They have on their stomach, if you look, they have what's called a yolk sac. That yolk sac is going to take care of them. See, it's not closed up yet?
Okay.
Okay, what's going to happen is after about 8 or 9 days, that will close up. That gives them enough nourishment to make it to where they're headed when they get to the water, so they don't eat during that time. And when they get out to the movable weed line, which could be 2 miles, 5 miles, 10 miles out, once they get there, they'll start eating.
And
until then, they don't eat.
So that's their food, seaweed.
Seaweed, little baby seahorses, little caviar.
We got lucky here. We're going to look at this real quick, and then we're going to press on. We got about another kilometer to go, and then we're going to come back and we'll document it thoroughly when we come back. But real quick, she came in this way. You can see the shadows. This is her left flipper. This is her right flipper, kind of a comma mark, and they're alternating, and she's pushing back. The sand is being pushed back, so she's propelling this way. And as she's propelling this way, she came up here, and somewhere up in here, she laid a nest, I believe, and went back out to the ocean. Very carefully, I'm pulling out, here's one of the eggs. Yes, the main ingredient, we have a nest. This will be nest number 28 on Golden Beach. Loggerhead sea turtle. You can see that it's very flexible. Little indentation there. All eggs are like that. They're dropping about this far. As the mother drops them into the nest chamber, the egg is accompanied with a very thick gel and to cushion the fall. And they'll fall into the nest chamber, and all the eggs will be touching each other in the nest. Así,
Okay.
Okay?
This is what we're going to do. We're going to release these babies into the natural wild, and the only reason we're doing this in the daytime is because these are evaluated sea turtles. These turtles would not have made it in the natural nest, and so we're going to take them out and let them go. They're actually on borrowed time. So they're very active, and because they're very active, we want to get them in the water as soon as possible. Okay, ladies, let's put the turtles back in the bucket. We're going to watch them go in. Stay back.